You want us to do the values?
Should I find the answers?
Like the value of x.
Oh, no, just do those two. Gotcha. Yes, that's right. I think that one's right too. I just don't remember. Yep. That's right. Yep. This one's not the correct one. No. Oh, well, at least you knew. Wherever -8 is. See what the y one is. Okay, Mom. The top number's right, the bottom number's not. Yes, yep. That's right. Top number's off. The sign's off here, and that one's just a little off. Sorry. Yep, yep.
So this one is just find the
Yep. Sorry?
This one just find the x, right?
Yep.
So you just look at where it is.
Yeah, you're just going in reverse order.
God bless you. God bless you.
Bless you. Okay.
God bless you.
So we do g of -8. So we look up here. -8. And g is the pink one. So -8 is right here. So that's -2. F of 0. So that's the green line. F of 0 is right here at, oops, no, I did one. F of 0 is right here. And the y coordinate of that is 3. And g of 0 is the pink one. It's right here, which is at 4. So that's 1/4. Yes, yes, sorry. I think I'd be getting used to that by now. Questions on that one? Okay, the next one, -2 times g of 8. Okay, g of 8 is g is the pink one, sorry. Right here, which is -2. And then f of 17. So it goes out to 13. And notice that it looks like it's going up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. That's the slope of it. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. So at 13, it's at -1. Up 1 over 2. So at 15, it's at 0. Up 1 over 2. So at 17, it would be at 1. Oops. Okay. So that's 4 minus 3, which is 1. So even if it doesn't go all the way out, you can make it go all the way out so that you can see it. Questions on those? Okay, so that's when we're trying to find the y. Well, it changes a little bit on the next ones. The next one says it wants us to find the value, and it has S in parentheses because there could be more than one, of x such that f of x equals -6. So that means the y on f of x is -6. Go back up here and kind of clean this off a little bit because there's a lot of extra stuff on here. Okay. So again, f of x is the dotted one. I had that green. And g of x, we labeled as pink for mine. All right. So we're looking for f of x equals -6. F of x is the green one. So that's where y is -6. So, yeah, -6. So that's down here. -6 corresponds to this point, and that's it. That's the only point on the green graph that corresponds to y being -6. And x at that point is 3. So that should be 3. F of x equals -3. Again, that's the green one. -3 on the y corresponds to this point and this point. There's 2 of them. So the x's that go with that are 2 and 9. Okay, you do the next one. Find the value of x such that f of x equals, oh, no, we'll do this one together because it comes out weird. Values of x such that f of x equals 6. Yeah. F of x is 6 is this whole line right here.
Do we just like put the greater than?
You would, well, you could. I'm going to put it in brackets though. It's going to start here at -6 and it's going all the way to -1 and it includes those points. And I'm not done. There's more as well. So from -6 to -1, that means all the numbers, including decimals, fractions, whatever, in between there. And there's another one. Oh, maybe there's not. Oh. It's the green one, right? Yeah, the green one, remember this line has an arrow on it, so it keeps going. So to get up to 6 right now, I'm up to 1. So remember I went up 1, over 2. That was at 15, 17. Then 19. We're at 1, 2. And if you keep going, by the way, it ends up being 27. It's pretty large.
Teachers and students, pardon the interruption. This announcement is for our teachers. Teachers, at this time, I need a second warm body count. Pay attention to the instructions. If the student is in your room today, you count that student. If the student is absent today, you count that student. If the student is in your room for some reason and it's not there, but you don't have them as dropping your class, you count that student. If you have seen them and they have not gone virtual or dropped your class, you would count that student. At this time, you're going to have to go back and check in your e-school, your tag, if a student has dropped or moved virtually for this count. This will be the final warm body count. Again, any student currently in your room who is absent, who has not dropped your class, or has not gone virtual, which could have happened, you need to count that student. Do this at this time. Put your name on the list that you sent to the office. Thank you.